Hey there, my loves. I am Lady Kimberly Michelle, and welcome back to Soul Health Matters. Now, as always, let's start with our first cleansing breath. Let's fully arrive in this moment, removing all the distractions and decluttering our thoughts so that we can fully receive everything that the divine has for us today. Now, let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, and now exhale slowly so that we can release that breath. Now, one more time, inhale deeply through the nose. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're going to exhale slowly through the mouth. Now, go ahead and just unclench those jaws and relax your fingers and wiggle your toes and go ahead and relax your shoulders. Move around just a little bit, and then I want you to take a moment to just sit back at ease, okay? Let's go ahead and enjoy this moment together. Now, today, we are going to honor something precious, okay? And this, my loves, is the final guiding principle. I know I feel all sad. We finally reached the end of our guiding principles, but we are going to continue to be talking about our guiding principles through future episodes. So it's not the end of the show, but we are reaching the close of announcing our 10 guiding principles for the Soul Health Matters show. Now, even though we are wrapping up the 10 guiding principles, and I pray that they have richly blessed your lives just as much as these principles are blessing my lives, but I encourage you to make these principles a part of your everyday living, right? I can admit that these principles, they have challenged me even while writing them out, even while making sure that I was embodying and living these principles myself as well, but they have made my life and even my health so much better. Okay, I can admit I have not had a single chest pain. I have not had a single heart palpitation. I have not had a single panic attack. I am feeling good in my body ever since I started living my 10 guiding principles. So I am a living witness. They work. Share them, live them, embody them, and make them a part of your everyday living. Okay, now to wrap things up, we are going to cover guiding principle number 10 today, and this is the pillar of all 10 of the principles, which says, my soul is sacred. Say that out loud. Just go ahead and repeat it. Let's anchor in that one. My soul is sacred. You know, sometimes sacrifice, it is necessary. It's going to be necessary in our life at one time or another, but abandoning our soul, it's never a solution. My soul health matters. This is truthfully the overarching theme of this entire show. Your soul health matters. It's my why. It's why I do what I do for this show. But let's talk about it, okay? Have you ever noticed just how easy it is to justify sacrifice? I know we sacrifice in so many different areas of our lives, but have you noticed how easy it is to justify our sacrifice? Sometimes we're sacrificing our comfort. Sometimes we're sacrificing our convenience. We'll sacrifice sleep for our jobs or for our kids. We'll sacrifice peace for a relationship or for money. And sometimes that's a part of the growth, right? Sacrifice, it can build discipline. It can strengthen our character. Sometimes sacrifice can even stretch us into our purpose. But here's where the line gets crossed, okay? There is a clear difference between sacrifice and self-abandonment. Sacrifice may cost us comfort and convenience in our egos. But abandoning your inner voice, abandoning your divine purpose, your emotional well-being, and your spiritual integrity, that is never acceptable. No relationship, no job, no idea or new business venture that requires that we abandon any of those things, it's not acceptable. That is an indicator that we are out of alignment with God and we are not operating in His divine best for us. I've been there a time or two, to be honest, feeling like I've had to bend or being requested to abandon, to give, or to compromise myself just to keep the peace or to reach the next goal. And sure, some sacrifice, it's a part of the growth. But here's the thing, sacrificing your soul, that will never be the answer. Sacrificing, ignoring your inner compass, your northern star, that's never the answer. Your inner voice, your divine purpose, your emotional well-being, and your spiritual integrity, they're not negotiable. These are sacred. They're not even optional. They're not even on the table as a part of the negotiation process. When you override that quiet, gentle nudge inside of you, when you silence your own discernment just to keep someone around, when you say yes, when there's a voice inside of you whispering no, that's not maturity. It's not humility. That is self-abandonment. And your soul is far too sacred to be abandoned. There is no job. There is no relationship. There is no activity that is worth you abandoning your soul. Your soul is far too sacred to be set aside like yesterday's leftovers. No title and no paycheck is worth me ignoring that gentle tug inside of me that's shouting, hey, don't forget about me. Hey, this doesn't feel good. Hey, you know we don't move like that, right? We can't ignore that. Now, I am going to be 1,000% transparent here. I wasn't always able to say this, okay? Yeah, there was a time when I sacrificed my own soul health for relationships, for jobs, for the kids, in marriage. But I finally got to a place where I ran out of gas. I had no more fuel left to keep doing it. I had no more strength or stamina to keep sacrificing. The voice got louder and louder, and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I wanted to run away, and I even began having suicidal ideations. Yes, I know what that's like. But even in this space, because I am grounded, I was able to recognize that me, Lady Kimberly, I was the culprit. And my crime was overextending, overcompensating for other people's shortcomings, for what someone else wanted to accomplish. Because I didn't want them to be hurt. I didn't want them to miss out or go without something. I was picking up everybody else's tab. I was paying my taxes and everybody else's taxes as well. And as they say, you do the crime, you do the time. And I did the time. I did the time in depression and anxiety. I did the time in anxiety and health challenges until finally I took a look in the mirror and I couldn't recognize myself. I took ownership of the fact that I had allowed someone else to persuade me to sacrifice and abandon my own soul. I'm going to pause right there because if you are experiencing this moment, I encourage you to take a moment, breathe, consider the decision that you've made. Take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, do I recognize the person looking back at me in the mirror? I've been there. And if your answer to that question is no, I encourage you, if you are considering suicide, if you have experienced suicidal thoughts and ideations, to call your suicide helpline. From any phone, you can dial 988-24 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is free and it is confidential. Or you can simply text HOME, HOME, to 741-741, and you can reach a trained crisis counselor. Again, it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is confidential. If you just need to have a conversation and make sense of your thoughts, I encourage you to make the call. Now, in my own case, when I took that serious look in the mirror and I knew that I could not recognize the woman staring back at me from a spiritual and emotional perspective, I knew that I had to make a change, and I had to make a change fast. I had to start saying no. I had to start saying no, not just to other people, but I had to start saying no to Kimberly. No, Kimberly, you can't be with this guy. No, Kimberly, you can't go help the kids. No, Kimberly, you can't show up at this person's event. No, Kimberly, you can't serve in another ministry. No, no, and no, which is a complete sentence. So let's make this practical. I want to challenge you in this moment to take a moment to become more self-aware when you are making a major decision. What makes it major? If you're already stretched thin and tight, that is a major decision when someone's wanting to add more to your plate. When you're having to shift what's already been agreed upon between you and God, and you are aligned already, and something else is presented to you, that is a major decision. I want you to stop and take a moment to breathe and begin to consider, how will this affect my soul? Sometimes it's not just about time. It's about how will it affect you internally. Not how will I impress others, or how will I benefit from this in the long term. Not what will it do for my bank account, but how will it feel in my spirit? Does this feel right? Will I continue to feel aligned and at peace after I make this decision? Will I still recognize myself after? And here's why. We have to begin doing this because when your soul starts shrinking, something is wrong. You can rebuild your finances. You can rebuild your reputation. You can rebuild opportunities in your business. But rebuilding a depleted soul, that requires a deeper level of restoration. It requires much more work. It requires much more intentional seclusion and time alone with God to restore a depleted soul. I know for a fact you have to literally shut down in order to restore a depleted soul. I am a witness that when we have to shut down to restore our souls, the impact is much greater, the cost is even greater. It can take months and many times years to get back what we may have abandoned. When we restore our inward strength, we have to remove ourselves away from a lot of people that we love, from things that we like doing, activities, business ventures that we hold near and dear, just to get back to our original identity and to find inward peace again. So know this, every choice that you make either nourishes your soul or it depletes it. And your soul health always comes first. It always matters. Now, we've had a very heavy topic today in guiding principle number 10, which says, my soul is sacred. So let's go ahead and move to our anchoring quote and go ahead and anchor in this. Okay, let's get ready for our final cleansing breath and repeat after me. My soul is sacred. My soul health matters. Let's say it again. My soul is sacred. My soul health matters. Breathe in. Hold it. And now go ahead and breathe out slowly. Okay? Now, if today's message resonates with you, I want to ask you to consider journaling your decisions this week. Really take some time to think them through. I want you to look at these decisions through the lens of your soul, not just through your financial lens or your physical eye lens, not just through the lens of your purpose and your destiny moving forward in business, but look at it through the lens of your soul health and ask yourself the question, how has this thing affected my soul? How is this job? How are the relationships I'm in? How are the parenting dilemmas? How are they affecting the health of my soul? Am I growing? Am I maturing? Or am I becoming stagnant and finding myself more anxious and depleted by the time I lay down each day? And when I wake up, am I still tired? I want you to notice the clarity that emerges when you begin to ask yourself this question every time you're faced with a new decision. Anytime you're faced with a new dilemma that needs to be resolved or that you think you need to resolve, but maybe God wants to resolve it. I want you to recognize the clarity that comes when you turn that thing over to God. Now, if you think you are in need of some additional guidance on how to honor your inner self and protect this sacred space, I welcome you to join me at KimberlyMichelleFord.com. I've got several books out there. I've got podcasts, YouTube shows. I've got resources that will be an amazing aid to you in this stage of your journey. Now, let's take one final cleansing breath. Deep inhale. Hold it. And now let's exhale slowly. All right. Now, dear loves, when you are making an important decision, I encourage you to breathe. Whenever it's time for you to make a decision, choose to protect your sacred space and anchor yourself in what you know to be the truth. Okay? And always remember this, beautiful soul. Your soul health, it matters. Always have, always will. I'll see you next time.